An artery is a vessel that carries blood away from the heart and toward other tissues and organs. Arteries are part of the circulatory system, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to every cell in the body. Much like the cooling system in your car, which pushes fluid from the radiator through the engine block and back to the radiator, your circulatory system is a closed loop consisting of your heart, arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins. Blood leaves your heart through your arteries, travels into progressively smaller arterioles, enters thin-walled capillaries where oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your tissues, flows into progressively larger venules, and finally returns to your heart via your veins. There are two arterial divisions within your body, pulmonary and systemic. Pulmo is the Latin root for lung. The pulmonary division, which contains only the pulmonary arteries, is much shorter than the systemic division. The pulmonary arteries carry blood away from your heart and deliver it to your lungs, where the blood becomes oxygenated. This oxygenated blood then returns to your heart through your pulmonary veins. The systemic division contains the aorta and all of its branches. From your heart, oxygenated blood is pushed into your aorta, which is the largest artery in your body. Two smaller arteries, the coronary arteries, immediately branch off the aorta to supply oxygenated blood to the heart itself. As it arches over to travel downward to your abdomen, your aorta gives off branches that carry blood to your head and arms. The brachiocephalic artery, the left common carotid artery, and the left subclavian artery. Entering the abdomen, your aorta sends additional branches to your stomach, liver, spleen, kidneys, intestine, and other internal organs. Just below the level of your navel, your aorta divides into two arteries, the iliac arteries, which give off several more branches before coursing into your legs as your femoral arteries. From this brief description of arterial anatomy, you can see that the pulmonary arteries are the only arteries in your body that carry deoxygenated blood, while the entire systemic division carries oxygenated blood. Your arteries are essentially living hollow tubes that conduct fluid or blood from one place to another. The walls of all arteries are composed of three layers, the tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica adventitia, which are arranged one on top of the other like the layers of an onion. Tunica simply means coat. The tunica intima is the innermost layer of the arterial wall and the layer that is most intimate with your blood. Next is the tunica media, or middle coat of the artery. The outer layer of the artery is the tunica adventitia, which is also called the tunica externa. The tunica intima, which is in full-time contact with your blood, is itself composed of three layers, a thin inner layer of